Jean Carrington has asked me to say a few words on her behalf. The dedication of this Erie Canal mural in Jordan is of great interest as it depicts the life of the life of George Hill Ray family as they traverse the Erie Canal all their lives. George Hill Ray was Jean's great-grandfather. The idea for the Jordan mural derived from the beautiful mural in Port Byron. Jean fell in love with that mural and took many photos of it. At the time, she did not know the artist. The Port Byron mural shows the Tanner dry docks of the Erie Canal era. Jean has newspaper clippings of these dry docks from her mother's scrapbook. Jean's mother was a tanner. Jean then visited the Old Brutus Historical Society in Weedsport. Jean Baker, the historian, indicated they would like a mural on their building. Soon after, Jean met with Dawn Jordan, the artist that had painted the Port Byron mural. She left her mother's scrapbook and family photos with Dawn to peruse at her leisure. Within a short time, the mural took on a life of its own with Jean's family of canalers in it. This mural was dedicated August 11th last year. The Sims Country Store in Camillus is another interest of Jean's. She had taken several Sunday afternoon trips to the 9 Mile Creek Aqueduct. It was on one of these visits she met with Liz Beebe, showing Liz photos of the Weedsport mural. Liz said they would like a painting on the back wall on the second floor of the Sims store. The idea of the 9 Mile Creek Aqueduct came up. Jean suggested that Dawn Jordan paint this mural. Now another Dawn Jordan mural came to life and was dedicated in December of last year. While visiting Jordan one day, Jean admired the wonderful historic buildings and thought the old drugstore building would provide an ideal location for a mural. She met with Dawn Jordan, Colleen Bennett, who's the owner of the building, and myself. Jean knew that this mural must be educational and informative. The idea was conceived to show three different aspects. The purpose of an aqueduct, the passing of boats and mules heading opposite directions on one towpath, and the coexistence of families and their mules on one boat. Dawn Jordan's expertise and detail accomplished everything Jean envisioned in this mural. In this mural, Jean's grandfather, Oliver Ray, is shown overseeing the loading and unloading of mules on the family canal boat, the Weaver. By the way, the mules on these canal boats had to be rotated out every 6 hours. Being that the Jordan mural is on a historic building overlooking where the Erie Canal actually flowed, plus having the aqueduct within sight provides the picture-perfect setting for this mural. Jean feels that the village of Jordan has kept the canal bed beautiful and believes the mural adds even more beauty to this wonderful village. Jean's vision has become a reality. She feels confident that generations of residents and visitors will enjoy this mural for many, many years. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored and proud to introduce Jean Carrington.
Thank you, Maureen, for helping me out today. Yes, I did want the mural to be informative. Most of us have no idea how an aqueduct works. Dawn has done a wonderful job of portraying this aspect. It is fascinating. Water over water, phenomenal. Dawn saw the canal rules at the Erie Canal Museum in Camillus and incorporated them into the painting. So that added another informative aspect of it. And I was very close to my relatives as a young girl. They were quite special. I remember sitting on my great-grandfather's lap when I was 5 years old. I remember his white beard. Okay, and the tourists pretty up the picture and show the mules passing in opposite directions. Thank you, Dawn, for your talent and being able to figure out what the picture I have in my head. She always asked me, "We have a picture?" I said, "Yes, up here." And thank you, Maureen, for all the work you have done making this day very memorable. And thank you, Colleen, for allowing us to display this mural on your historical building, the old drugstore. And thank you all.
dedication plaque. Dawn would read the plaque.
Oh, you want me to read it? Yeah. Okay. This mural is dedicated this day, July 12, 2008, to the village of Jordan, commemorating our forefathers as they navigated the Erie Canal from Buffalo to New York, sharing the family boats with their mules during the 1800s and early 1900s. Artist Don Jordan, gift of Gene Carrington, a fourth generation descendants of canal.
Don't you hate it when your pages get mixed up?
I don't think so. I can feel both up there.
Well, I'm pleased to introduce you to this wonderful artist, Dawn Jordan from Weedsport.
I didn't read that before, so I hope I didn't misread anything. Sorry, I apologize if I did. I just wanted to say thank you to a couple of people, especially Maureen, Doyle. Jordan is so fortunate to have her as a person in this village. She does so much. Her cards were beautiful. She got all this together, organized, and she worked with Gene Carrington and myself, and you just did an amazing job. Thank you for all your time and dedication. I'd like to thank Colleen. Colleen was very patient and worked very well with us to make sure I had a place to store the mural before we put it up. Thank you, Colleen. And Greg Holbrook and his crew did a fantastic job putting that up because, I mean, a lot of people would not want to take on that project because it's unusual to have to hang something kind of heavy way up in the building. So they did a great job. And I'd like to thank Gene Carrington most of all for giving me the opportunity to display my talents. And I've gotten really close with Jean. She's like my second mother. Thanks, Jean. And just real quickly, I just wanted to point out, when I was working on these paintings, the faces of the people, many of them, like Jean had said in the left hand, where I tried to come as close as possible to the actual photographs of the people. But on the right side, there's actually some people in that scene that are actually alive today. And I do that with all my murals. I usually use some real life models very often for various reasons. But what I wanted to point out is how much, whether it was 100 years ago or today, how we're still all the same. And how, like, if you see on the right, where the mules have had to step aside to let the passenger boat pass, how it's kind of pointing out how people of different classes have worked together, and still in this small town in Jordan, there's still a variety of people, and we're all like working together and in a peaceful way. And I just think that's great. So thank you very much.